Why are you bunting? I have one question to ask. Why, in God's name, after Dave Roberts is literally handing you the game by putting in Blake Trinan, he doesn't even start the inning with Roki Sasaki, which should have been the decision at the fucking get-go. That's a Dave Roberts decision for you. He was handing you the game. He literally said, here, Phillies, take the game. We're putting one of our relievers in here that has had a terrible season and gives up runs like it's nothing, like it's candy. You get 2 base runners on. Nick Castellanos with a fluke double. It was a double nonetheless. He was fucking almost out at second base, but he scored 2 runs. He got a double. He's at second base. Dodgers go to the bullpen. They bring in the lefty to face Bryson Stott. Why are you bunting? Why are you bunting? Rob. What are you doing? What? Bunt? We're playing for bunts? We're doing this? We're bunting? You're playing just to tie the game? Why are you bunting with the slowest runner in molasses on second base? Why are you bunting? If you're going to bunt, pitch run for Castellanos. Put a better runner in there if you're going to bunt. Why are you giving them an out? Yes, good play by Max Muncy. He hustled to the bunt, and he made a good throw over the third base. Yes, that could have ended dreadful for the Dodgers as well if he fucked up. But you know what? You don't put yourself in that situation if you don't bunt! Why are you bunting? And you still had a chance. You still had a chance to tie the game at least with Trey Turner with 2 runners on. Harrison Bader with a pulled groin is getting singles. He's getting singles. With a pulled groin. Dude can't even run. He's doing his job. Where's my top guys? Where's my top 3 in the lineup? Where's Kyle Schwarber? Where's a Kyle Schwarber? Just get a homer. Just get a hit. Do something, man. Instead of swing and miss. Oh yeah, Kyle Schwarber, you want your money? Yeah, go fuck off in Cincinnati. Have fun there. I love you, Kyle. But dude. Really? You don't have a hit. I don't care for your walks. You don't have a hit. You're 0 for your last, 21, I think it was. I think it's 0 for his last 21 going into the regular season. Yeah, Kyle, thanks for showing up for us. Bryce, I love you, man. I love you. But you deserve the hate that you're getting right now. You completely deserve it. You are utterly choking. You look like an absolute loser. You look like a loser every time you're up there in the box. You're getting moments to do a Bryce Harper thing. Do a Bryce Harper thing like we all know you can do. You don't do anything. Trey Turner did more with the bat today, but even that's not enough for him. It's not. Because all he had to do was make a good throw to home plate. He didn't make a good throw to home plate. Making a bang-bang play on Teoscar Hernandez. When Rob Thompson, lied again about Ranger Suarez being available in the bullpen. Who are we dying by in the bullpen? Orion Kerkering with inherited runners. Oh yeah, we knew that was going to end well. We're still dying by Matt Strahm as well. And somebody from the Phillies goddamn entertainment thing at Citizens Bank Park, can you please read the room and stop doing Duran's entrance when you're losing in the playoffs? It's getting booed. Read the goddamn room. No one wants to hear that. Does anybody there have a pulse of what's going on here? Jesus Luzardo. No blame to Jesus Luzardo whatsoever. Good for Jesus Luzardo. The man was a dog tonight. The man was a beast. After a shaky first inning where he allowed a couple of base runners, he got out of that, and then he was dominant from then on. It was the right call to let him go into the 7th inning. I was perfectly fine with letting him face Freddie Freeman again after Teoscar got on base. I was perfectly fine with that. But why is it going to live or die with Orion Kerkering? Why are we living and dying with that? The guy sucked with inherited runners all year long. He did. Why isn't Ranger Suarez in the bullpen? Because you said yesterday that Ranger Suarez might pitch in a high leverage situation. Well, that was a fucking lie, Rob Thompson. That was a fucking lie. Guys can't hit Blake Snell the entire time, and then when you actually get some life off Blake Snell, you can't do a goddamn thing. You can't do a goddamn thing! Swing and miss. Swing and miss. Can't get a ball out of the infield. Edmundo Sosa, it took to what, the fifth inning? The fifth inning? The fifth, the sixth inning? To get a bleeder? That was the first hit of the game? My God. I was like, oh my God, we can actually hit the baseball. We can actually get a hit out of the infield. We can actually get a runner on base. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's a miracle. It was a miracle that you got a hit. And then the Dodgers piled it on Orion Kerkering, which was completely obvious that was going to happen. Trey Turner, you gotta make a throw to home plate, man, or at least just throw it the first. I mean, I know it's a bleeder, I know it's fluky, I know it's all, but you gotta get the out, man. You gotta make a better throw to home. I understand the hamstring issues. You were out for a little bit and all that stuff. It can't be an excuse right now. It's not an excuse, and I'm sure you're not going to use it as an excuse, but I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy because if they just lost normally, I probably wouldn't have been like this, but they gave you hope. They gave it a slight bit of hope, and that comeback in the ninth inning, and then it just made it 20 billion times worse. 20 billion times worse, but the end result was the same. You go down 2-0, and now you're facing a chance of getting swept on Wednesday. That was your chance. That was your chance to come back into the series. That was your chance to bring yourself some life. Nope, because you bunted it away. You bunted it away. You bunted it away. You bunted it away. Bunted it away. You bunted it away. My God. My God. Let's look at some things here. Let's look at some things here. Let's look at some things here. Let's see. What are the things that I bookmark? After finish, okay. Scott Lauber. After finishing 1 for 11 with 1 walk and 6 strikeouts in Game 1, Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, and Bryce Harper have combined to go 1 for 9 with 3 walks and 5 strikeouts in Game 2. I'm assuming that's 1 for 10 with Trey Turner's other at-bat in the 9th inning. Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, and Trey Turner are 2 for 20 in these 2 games at home. I'm assuming that's 3 for 21. Kyle Schwarber is 0 for his last 21. Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber are combined 1 for 14 in this series. Boy, isn't that fun. Boy, isn't that fun. Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper combined 2 for 21, yes. Here's a good... Rob Thompson decided to have Bryson stop bunt with a runner on second in a 4-3 game with 0 outs. The Phillies had 3 straight hits. The decision gave the Dodgers momentum to get 3 outs. The Phillies lose both games at Citizens Bank Park. They are 1-7 in their last 8 playoff games. They are 1-5 in their last 6 games at Citizens Bank Park in the playoffs. That decision will be talked about for a long time. Fucking Max Kepler. Fucking Max Kepler is doing more than your top guys. Max fucking Kepler has 2 extra base hits in this series. Max Kepler is doing more than your top 3 guys getting paid the most money. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. And good for Kepler. I have no quarrels with Max Kepler. He actually showed up. I have no quarrels there. Nick Castellanos did more than any of those guys. Granted, the hit was very fluky. Still a hit nonetheless, and they got 2 RBIs. It's ridiculous. It's absolute. Harrison Bader with a pulled groin has done more. Has done more than anything. Harrison Bader on a pulled groin. What did he had a hit yesterday. on Saturday. He had a hit on Saturday and a sac fly. He's done something productive in all of his at-bats before he went down with the groin and coming off the groin. He's done more. He's been your best hitter overall, and he's barely in the lineup because of the groin now. He's had 3 at-bats. 3. Yeah, 3 at-bats. He's done way more than anything. Insane. 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 Two for 7 with runners in scoring position. 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position. It's crazy. It is crazy. Dodgers got 4 runs in that 7th inning. Crazy. Jesus Luzardo was a beast, though. No quarrels with Jesus Luzardo. Your starting pitching is the only really thing that's actually shown up. Christopher Sanchez on Saturday and Jesus Luzardo tonight. He was great. He was absolute a dog. He was a dog. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts on 82 pitches. He was excellent. He was fantastic. And I have no quarrels with him going in the 7th inning, and I have no quarrels with him facing Freddie Freeman after allowing the first hit. No quarrels with that. My quarrel is with Rob Thompson says that yesterday that Ranger Suarez would be available in the bullpen, especially in a high leverage spot. Doesn't go to that guy. Doesn't go to him. I'm not living and dying by Orion Kerkering and Matt Strahm. I'm just not. Live and die by your best pitchers. Bring in Ranger Suarez. Bring in Ranger Suarez and then figure out who starts in Game 3. Figure it out. You're desperate. You should have acted like you're desperate. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. Ranger Suarez should have been the guy to come in. And whatever happens with Ranger happens with Ranger. I would rather live and die by that than going down with Orion Kerkering and Matt Strahm. Personally. Trey Turner 1 for 4 with an RBI and a walk. Kyle Schwarber 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. He's batting. He has no hits. Bryce Harper 0 for 3 with a walk. Alec Bohm 1 for 4. JT Realmuto 1 for 4. Nick Castellanos 1 for 4 with a 2-run double in the 9th. Edmundo Sosa 1 for 2. Bryson Stott came in, went 0 for 2. Brandon Marsh 0 for 2 with a walk. Bader came in the pinch hit in that 9th inning, got the single. Otto Kemp went 0 for 2. And Max Kepler went 1 for 2 with a triple. Yep. 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 Yep, yep, yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. Exactly. A Phillies starting pitcher hasn't registered a win in a playoff game since Game 5 of 2023 NLCS. That was Zach Wheeler in Arizona. Classic comment from Rob Thompson. I think those guys are trying to chew too much right now, speaking of Bryce, Kyle, and Trey Turner. It's the same comments every year. Yep. Here we go. Tim Kelly. Aaron Nola will start Game 3 with Ranger Suarez piggybacking him. Rob Thompson said there aren't any healthy issues with Ranger. Then why isn't he being available then? Why isn't he being available then? You say he's available, but why isn't he available? Why aren't you bringing him in? You say he's available, but what? These 2 games, Rob Thompson. I like Rob. I like Rob. I think he's a fine manager. These 2 games, these are the worst games I've seen him ever manage. Ever. Dude's fucking lying to your face about Ranger Suarez. You get swept. Rob has a really good chance of getting fired. He probably should be fired. Or they do the classic, Rob, just retire and we won't fire you. Just retire. Just do the old retiring and we won't have the fire label on you or something like that. Go retire. You've been in baseball for a while. We're not going to do that to you. You can just retire. We're not going to fire you. You could just retire or something like that. Dave Dombrowski should be fired, personally. Literally the only person on the coaching staff I would bring back is Caleb Cotham. The entire other coaching staff can go. Kevin Long, anybody else. The only thing, because Caleb Cotham looks like he's getting stuff out of people, especially the starting rotation with some buys that come in. Caleb Cotham is the only person that I would leave here. But I would still understand if you just wanted to clean the entire house. If you just wanted to clean the entire house, I would not blame you whatsoever. But that's a decision for John Middleton to make. Does he want to fire Dave Dombrowski? I have no fucking clue. He's not going to fire Preston Mattingly. He just got here, and he just got promoted to GM. He's not going to fire Preston Mattingly unless it's basically you fire Dave Dombrowski and Preston Mattingly takes over. Maybe that's the case. I have no fucking clue. I have no fucking clue. I have no clue what happens. So let's go over this game. Why not? Let's go over this game. So, Jesus Luzardo, after that first inning, after you allowed a couple of base runners, a Betts single, and a Teoscar Hernandez walk, you got out of that. Bottom of the first inning, Bryce Harper with a 2-out walk. Nothing happened there. And then Jesus Luzardo basically there. He retired like through the fifth inning on, or the sixth inning on, he retired like every single batter. It was 1-2-3 inning after 1-2-3 inning after 1-2-3 inning. So Jesus Luzardo was just dominant. Phillies down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second inning. Bottom third, Marsh with a leadoff walk. Nothing happens there. Marsh got picked off trying to go between first and second base. There's the dumb base running. There's the dumb base running by this team. Top four, Jesus Luzardo, another 1-2-3 inning. Bottom four, Phillies 1-2-3 inning. Schwarber with another strikeout. Top five, Luzardo 1-2-3 inning. Bottom five, Phillies, Sosa with a 2-out single, nothing. Top six, another 1-2-3 inning for Jesus Luzardo. Bottom six, this is when you had your chance against Blake Snell. Trey Turner with a walk. He stole second base, even though he was out dead to rights. Boogie Betts booted the ball. Then Kyle Schwarber walked. Then Bryce Harper struck out. And then Alec Bohm grounded into a fielder's choice on a 2-0 count. In a ball that was not in the strike zone, I believe. Yeah, that fits. That fits. So there was your chance to get a run in the game and your big guys to do something, specifically Bryce Harper. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Top seventh inning. Teoscar Hernandez with the leadoff single, then Freddie Freeman with the double. Luzardo comes out of the game. Kerkering comes in. Edmonds strikes out. Then Kike Hernandez with that just bleeder into the middle of the pitcher's mound. Trey Turner with a good throw to home plate. And Teoscar Hernandez barely scores. And the Dodgers go up 1-0. Then Muncy walks, which was an intentional walk, to load the bases to face Pages, the righty, and Pages fouls out. And then Will Smith hits a single that scores 2 runs to make it 3-0. Matt Strahm comes in to face Shohei Ohtani, and Shohei Ohtani gets his first hit of the series with an RBI single. Makes it 4-0. Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the 7th. Tanner Banks has a 1-2-3 in the top of the 8th because Teoscar Hernandez tried to stretch a single into a double, got thrown out. Bottom of the 8th, Marsh with a flyout, Kepler with a triple, Turner with a single. Schwarber up at the plate with your big guys with a chance to bring some life. Schwarber goes up 2-0 in the count and then strikes out swinging. Then Bryce Harper flies out in a 5-pitch at bat. Top 9, Duran out there, allowed a double to Muncy, walked Will Smith, but he got out of the inning. Ho-hum. Bottom 9, Bohm with a leadoff single. JT Realmuto with a double, so you have second and third against Blake Trinan because, like I said, Dave Roberts was handing you the game. Castellanos, swinging at every pitch basically, found a way to get a double somehow, scored 2 runs, and he barely got safe because fucking Tommy Edman missed the tag on Castellanos going in the second somehow. Then Vesia comes in, the stupid decision to bunt costed you that. And Castellanos got thrown out at third. Bader then with the single, so you had first and second base. Then Wilson comes into the pinch run. Kepler grounds into a fielder's choice. The runner got thrown out at second base, so you have first and third here for Trey Turner. He grounds out on the second pitch against Hiroki Sasaki, which was a fastball on the inside part of the strike zone. Fastball on the inside part of the strike zone. Classic. Classic. I want to see if there's anything else. This is from a account called Phillies Home Run Tracker. This era of Phillies baseball is on the brink of ending. Feels like the early 2000 Eagles. Just a sad, sad feeling. Yep, Rob Thompson with the Aaron Nola Game 3 starter. This is from Dan Wilson of WIP. Felt in the moment he left Sanchez in one batter too long. Bringing Robertson back out for the 7th was a mistake. There's about 4 guys I trust more than Kerkering in high leverage. The bunt made no sense at all. What a disaster series from Rob Thompson. Yep, Rob has not been good. Rob has not been good, but then you also have to point out Turner, Schwarber, and Harper shouldn't be off the hook at all, but this is a kind of series that you need every advantage possible, and the Phillies have had a total disadvantage in the dugout. There's a lot of blame to go around. There is a lot of blame to go around. Rob Thompson and your top 3 hitters. Rob Thompson's making a lot of stupid decisions. Making a lot of stupid decisions. And it's probably decisions that would get him fired. Probably. 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 Insane. Insane. It's crazy. I still just can't believe you bunted. You bunted with a runner on second base and no outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. I cannot believe you did that. I cannot believe you did that. Cannot believe you did that. Why are you bunting? I'm not going to sleep because of that. Why are you bunting? Seriously. You lost normally. I probably wouldn't be as mad as I am right now. I'm mad because they gave you that sliver of hope, and the bunt literally bunted it away. You bunted that hope away with that stupidity. With that utter stupidity. You're playing for the tie. Why? If you're going to bunt, you pinch run for Castellanos. And still, I don't even agree with the bunt. I don't even agree with the bunt. Why are you bunting? It's insane. It's insane. Unbelievable. Why are you bunting? It's insane. Why are you bunting? Why are you bunting? Why are you bunting? Why are you bunting? Bob Wankel. Bob Wankel on Twitter. Dodgers showed you what they wanted to do on the bunt. Slow runner at second gave them the deciding out. Stars haven't been stars. Bullpen is an arm short. Dugout just gets in the way enough. Because you need to play for the tie there, particularly after you have used 3 of your 4 best relievers. It's crazy. It's insane. And here's a good point by Mike Gill. Why they didn't pinch run for Nick Castellanos? Because they needed to hold somebody for Harrison Bader in case he got on base. Then why are you bunting? Then why are you bunting? Then why are you bunting? Why are you bunting? Why are you bunting? Why are you bunting? I'm going to keep asking that question. Why are you bunting? 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 Why? 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 Why are you bunting? I just want to know. I sincerely want to know, why are you bunting? Why are you bunting? Why are you bunting? Well, we know who your Game 3 starter is. It's Aaron Nola, and it's on Wednesday. That can get ugly very quickly. No knock on Nola. Nola hasn't had it this year. It can easily be getting swept on Wednesday. Gotta wait till 9 o'clock. Gotta wait till 9 o'clock to get swept. Joy. Gotta wait till 9 o'clock on Wednesday night to get swept. Gotta wait. Man. Oh, man. NHL starts tomorrow. Hockey starts tomorrow. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Hockey starts tomorrow. Hockey tomorrow, Wednesday. Flyers start on Thursday. Even though the Flyers are not going to be a good team this year, I'm excited for Puck to be back. Yeah, the Flyers' goaltending situation is terrible, but the Flyers are back. Yeah, the Eagles also play on Thursday in MetLife after they offense A.J. Brown drama still going on. Yeah. 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 Flyers, though. You want me to bring up Sixers? No. God, no. God, no. God, no. Black jerseys, though. The black jersey, the AI jerseys are back. That's the only positive I got with you, the Sixers. It's the only positive thing I got with the Sixers being back. They brought back the Allen Iverson jerseys. Even though I would rather have the blue ones from that era. Still like the black ones, but the blue ones look better from that era. What a wasted era, man. What a wasted era of this Phillies team. What a wasted era. It's insane. It's insane. Well, time to go to the voice lines. Time to go to the voicemail line. We got a couple of calls here. We got one from Sean. We got one from Zach. Zach didn't call yesterday. Let's give it to Zach. Let's see what Zach has to say.
Well, there it is. Season's a wrap. Give you a little hope there. Of course, they blew it. It's all they were doing all game. They had the golden opportunities. The Dodgers essentially wanted to give you this game. They didn't want to, but they tried to give you this game. And it's like, dude, the way they went to Sheehan and Trinan, two guys that, shaky, and they just go right after our hitters. They're not scared at all of these guys. I mean, it's either you throw them shit or you just go right after them. They're either going to swing and miss or they're not going to hit what you're throwing at them. So I didn't like going to Kirkring, knowing his whole deal with inherited runners, but end of the day, like, what's it matter? It's pain, again, it never ends. It's the worst 3 days in Philadelphia sports history. It's got to be, man. So I don't want to make this call too long. I want to save some ammunition for when they lose the series. Then I'll really fucking lay into them. But, typical Phillies. Let us down when we want them to win the most. So, I don't know. I'm just bullshitting right now, man. And I'm fucking sober. What a disgrace. Well, that won't continue for much longer.
Wow.
All right. Peace.
Wow, I'm shocked Zach was sober for that call. Oh, wow, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that game didn't drive you to drink more. My God. But, yeah. Yeah, Wednesday's game when the inevitable loss happens, yeah, that's all free range. All hands on deck. Even though I did a lot of it today. All hands on deck. For laying into everybody on this team. Laying it. Oh, you're at work. That's why you're not drunk. That's why you're not drunk. You're at work. You contemplated drinking. Oh, God. We can't have you drinking on the job there, Zach. We cannot have you drinking on the job there. Let's go to Sean. It's a short call from Sean. Let's see what he's got to say.
I don't have to say anything, Amadeo. The picture speaks for itself. If the Dodgers had lost that game, Dave Roberts would have been on the hot seat. He tried to get cute and it almost cost him. But the one thing I'll say is, look, this is the Band-Aid series now. It'll be over quick and painless on Wednesday night when Yamamoto shuts us down, 2 hits and about 11 strikeouts. Another wasted year. Thanks for once again getting everybody's hopes up only to douse them again.
A Band-Aid could be very painful because as you can tell, I have a lot of arm hair. Band-Aids could be very painful, especially when after you get like a flu shot, they put the Band-Aid on there and it really sticks to the arm hair and you have to try to pull it off and it's just like, it's pulling on all the arm hairs and all that stuff. It could be very painful. It could be very painful. But I understand the analogy of the ripping the Band-Aid off, quick and painless. But for me, a Band-Aid is long and painful because of all the fucking arm hair. I can't just simply rip it off because it sticks to fucking every arm hair on my body. Don't know why I got into that thing, but I'm just trying to tell you. Sometimes Band-Aids are painful for a person that has a lot of body hair. That's basically it. Because I had the flu, I got my flu shot. What was it, last week? Same thing with blood work. So even though the blood work is like, there's not really they did put a Band-Aid on it actually this time. Sometimes they just put like a gauze on it and like a piece of tape. This time they actually put a Band-Aid on it. So it wasn't painful there. There's not as much body hair, but I'm rambling too long on this. I'm having more fun talking about a Band-Aid being painful to me, besides talking about the fucking Phillies. That's where I find more enjoyment in right now. That's insane. Oh, that's how much pain and misery this baseball team brings us. It's crazy. Someone said I'd rather have Gabe Kapler as the manager right now. Let that sink in. Oh boy, we're going at a whole new low right there. Going at a whole new low right there. Holy shit. Rob, just stop talking. Rob's just gotta stop talking. I love the fight in the 8th and the 9th inning. We fought like hell, and hopefully that carries over in the Wednesday. Rob, you gotta shut up. Rob, you gotta shut up. Gotta shut up. Gotta shut up. Gotta shut up. Got to shut up. Band-Aids are way more enjoyable than Nlds. Oh, man. It's also the fact that the Dodgers anticipated the bunt. That's also the bad thing. That's also the Dodgers anticipated the fucking bunt, which makes it even more egregious. It makes it even more egregious. Well, let me get to you guys in the chat. Let me get you guys in the chat before we end it off, and then everyone that runs over to Brodes' recap, which I'm assuming he recorded now, has been recorded, is in the middle of recording. I'm checking just to see if he's uploading it before I have to edit it. No, he has not uploaded it yet, so he's probably either just wrapping up the recording. He's probably just wrapping up the recording at this point, and exporting it from whatever editing software he uses or something. Yeah. Let's go to the chat. Let's go to the chat right here. Mind Freak, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a little bit. Everyone needs to go. Like I said, everything in the chat right here is on the table. Everything in the chat right here is on the table. This is therapy. This is a whole therapy session for everybody here. Today and Wednesday. Today and Wednesday will be therapy. Lane Man, haven't seen you. Welcome to the channel. Bryce and Schwarber are jokes. SMH. Austin, and our worst nightmare is one measly road game away from coming true. The top of the lineup can't hit the freaking ball. Starting pitching in both games, so it's great. No damn help. Yeah, you cannot blame starting pitching. Sanchez was really good. Luzardo was probably better. Luzardo was really good. It's just no one can hit for them. No one can give them run support. If I'm a Phillies player, manager, office staff, or even a fan, what motivation does anyone have to continue this series? I don't think anybody. Brandon almost had a miracle. Definitely. Almost had a miracle. Jose, it's over. We die on Wednesday. Rob Thompson on the bunt situation. Left on left. We're trying to tie the score. I liked where our bullpen was at. Huh? You used Kerkering. You used Strom. You used Duran. You liked where your bullpen situation was at? So you're trying to tell me that Ranger would have came in extras? No. Makes no sense why you're bunting. Rob is not the right personality for the city. At least Manuel was old and fiery. Slob Thompson has no energy and no ability to motivate anybody. Like I said, anything is on the table. And I thought Rob was a good manager. I think Rob was a good manager, but he's really just fucking downfalling this series. Like, this is the worst I've ever seen Rob. In his decision making. Harper's been trashed too. Also, can we not play Duran's entrance down 3? Everything about this series is awful. No sense of watching the game on Wednesday. Go watch NHL, Mind Freak. Go watch hockey. Hockey's underway tomorrow. Fire everybody. This team may have the worst playoff conversion from regular seasons that I've ever seen. Probably. Sad Max Kepler has done more than the 1, 2, 3 in this whole damn series. Yep. That is very true. Nando 390. Is that a Padres fan? Nando? Is that a Padres fan? Because that isn't Nando Fernando Tatis Jr.'s nickname? What they call him in San Diego? Is he a... Probably makes sense that it's a Padres fan because they hate the Dodgers and they probably wanted the Phillies to beat the Dodgers. Maybe that could be the case. And they're mad. Maybe. Yet again, can't get out of the NLDS. Yep. I don't think we're ever winning in a Chip and a Harper era. Yeah, you're probably right. Probably right. Thanks again for boosting his algorithm, Nando. If I'm John Middleton, I'd take the reins away from Dabrowski, clean house, and then put out an entirely new product next year. The current core is now cemented as fraudulent disgrace. Here's the problem. You can't get rid of everybody. You can't. You're stuck with the Harper and Turner contracts. Wheeler's on the contract for a couple more seasons. You're stuck with Noel's contract. You just locked up Sanchez. Yeah, you got a lot of free agents as well. You do have Duran in the bullpen. You just locked into another year of Matt Strahm because of his contract stipulation or something like that. You still have Kirkering in the bullpen. I doubt they bring back Robertson. I'm sure he retires after this year or something like that. Maybe, who knows. Bohm has one more year of arbitration left, apparently, but I'm sure they're going to find a way to trade Alec Bohm. Castellanos is probably traded since he'll have 1 year left in the contract. I doubt Taijuan Walker will be here next year because he also has 1 more year left in the contract, I think. I think he has 1 more year left in the contract. I believe so. Yeah, he's had a 4-year deal. Yeah, next year's his last year. Next year's his last year, so you probably could convince a team to take on Taijuan Walker's contract for 1 more year. What else? Ranger Suarez is a free agent. I'm not sure if they'll bring Ranger back. I think at this point they might not even bring Schwarber back. JT is a question mark. Who knows if he comes back? Yeah, there definitely could be a lot of turnover, but your main 2 players are still going to be Harper and Turner from the lineup standpoint. And then Wheeler, Sanchez. You'll probably extend Luzardo since you have him under contract control. Nola's still going to be here. Whatever they do with Walker Buehler, I don't know if Walker Buehler comes back. There's a lot of question marks that they have. A lot of question marks. I don't know what to do. Because you can't trade Turner and Harper. That's just not going to happen. It's not realistic. Harper has the no trade clause on his contract, no movement clause, so he can't go anywhere. And no one can trade Turner's contract. So you're stuck with those 2 guys. Not that I'm saying you should trade Harper away. But, like I said, everything's on the table. Brewers are doing what the Phillies should have been doing. Yeah, I did see that the Brewers went down 3-0 and then tied it. I did see that. We accept the ribbing and criticism from other fans here, but not slander against the city. I was what Nando was saying. R Seeker, we knew they couldn't handle pressure. 4 years of this, we all knew it, but we were in denial. Schwarber should just get out of Philly. He's wasting his career waiting on a championship with us. Joe, Schwarber's part of the issue. Schwarber is part of the issue. He's also the reason why they lose in October. He goes quiet. I understand Schwarber put up an MVP type of season, but he's part of the issue too. Schwarber is part of the issue. He goes cold in October. I can't wait till the Flyers home opener. I want these guys to hand in the money they earned and give it back to the team. Amadeo, do you remember what I was saying about not re-signing Kyle back in August? There is no way they spend any money to experience that again. They probably won't. I don't think they will. Yeah, they did say, yep, Ranger was available. Rob lied. Yep, Noel start game 3. Season's over. Michael, let's face it, the Phillies should have never had a life in the bottom of the 9th inning. Roki Sasaki should have... Oh, yeah. That was a terrible decision by Dave Roberts. Terrible decision. You should have taken advantage of it, though. Rob gave it right back to them. I will call in after the series is over. That'll be game 3, 4, or 5. It'll be game 3. There just isn't a way for this group turns the tables and sweeps the rest of the series. Oh, no. No, they're not built like that. They ain't built for that. He needs to get fired after Wednesday. I'm assuming that's Rob. Trey Turner is not a good defensive shortstop to begin with. Rob is a terrible manager. How many postseasons with the same issues? It's warranted. It's warranted. Officially done with Rob. I'm fine with Coffin, but everyone else needs to be sent out. Rob and Patullo can go to Cherry Street together and watch the boats go by because they are not capable of leveraging high-value athletes under any pressure. Total team-wide recalibration is required after this disaster. Schwarber bat going freezing cold is the biggest travesty considering all of our issues. Stott needed to drag bunt towards first if they wanted to get Cassidy to third, but they should have never bunted at all. Oh yeah, never should have bunted at all. You have to wonder if they were waiting to pay Kyle to see how the postseason went before committing to any money. I mean, that could have been the idea, but who knows? This team achieved the most benefit possible from regular season performance, so I don't see any reason to pay money to a known October ghost. Dave Dombrowski does not look as stupid for paying Kyle Schwarber for the big bucks. He still deserves blame now. Julian, how you doing? Does that moron Thompson know he had 8 other bullpen guys? Banks' second best option, but keeps using Strom and Kirkery. For happiness looking, Stott could have grounded at the first, and Nick goes to third. That would have been way better. Would have been way better because then the Harrison Bader single scores Castellanos and the game's tied. Don't play for the win, play for the tie first. Aaron, I don't know what will pitch. Top 3 hitters, problem, yes, but what is Rob doing about it? Nothing, absolutely nothing. He's terrible. Yeah. Blame goes both ways. Blame goes both ways. And I'm dumb at Harper. He keeps regressing every year in his dumb fuck press conference. I'm sick of it. Well, I think you've been souring on Harper for a while, Julian. But, like I said, right now it's warranted. Thompson has no energy at all. The team isn't worth to keep paying attention, or this team isn't worth paying to keep together. I can't wait for the Flyers. Fred Benson. First, the Eagles choke a 2-touchdown lead. Now the Phillies are down 0-2 versus the Dodgers. Forget the upcoming Flyers and Sixer seasons. Phillies is back to being a city of losers. Hey, don't disrespect the Flyers, even though they don't have goaltending. I got Matt Mitchkoff. That's anything. And the Flyers will be rebuilding, which usually takes around 5 years to complete. Sad how the Union have a better shot at the championship than the Phillies, and they were predicted to do absolutely nothing this year. That's funny. Schwarber has been brutal for 6 weeks. This is what should have happened is Schwarber should have played left field and Bader DH'd. I didn't think it's possible for a pitcher to retire 17 straight guys and lose. Well, the thing is, Bader can't run. That's probably why they didn't DH him. He can't run with his groin. That's the problem. He would basically be hobbling on the base paths. We basically got as far as the Mets, which is the 3rd biggest disgrace of the season after the Tigers collapse and the Mets collapse. At least the Tigers got their revenge in the wild card series. Would rather watch the Sixers than this crap of a baseball team in October. And let's not forget Penn State losing to an 0-4 UCLA. I could give 2 shits about Penn State. I could give 2 shits about Penn State. If you're a Penn State fan, I don't understand why. Well, even though Penn State fans know that Franklin, the head coach, is a choker. He cannot beat good teams or ranked teams. He just can't. Lost in 2022, lost 2023, lost 2024, and next getting swept is just getting worse. Yep. Sixers, I thought we were watching them tonight. Where am I at? Jesus. Yep. What really scares me is I'm not even mad about the Phillies losing. Interesting. That's acceptance, Tyler. That's acceptance. That is acceptance. Harper and Schwarber are ranking up there with Joel and Harden shit show against Boston. Probably. At least the Sixers had a chance to win that series. The Phillies had none. At least the Sixers were fucking up 3-2. Still. Honestly, we're already out. Even with any comeback, the problems still remain. And I was sober tonight too, unfortunately. Everybody was sober tonight. I would wax every hair off my body to never go through this again. Drag Rob out of that press conference. Fought like hell when you didn't do jack for the entire game. I can't stand Rob. Unbelievable. Dodgers tried to give it away for real. Oh, Nando was a Dodgers fan? It's weird. Why would he have a nickname of Fernando Tatis Jr. be a Dodgers fan. It's weird. Only thing about Vesia over Roki is less people see Roki's splitter, the more effective it is because his fastball is still wild. Interesting. It's over. Snell going 6th and the early hook for Luzardo was the turning point. I was fine. I knew they were going to be aggressive with Luzardo taking him out. I was fine with him facing Freddie Freeman. I think that was the right call to take him out of the game, blah, blah, blah. Anybody think the Phillies winning 3 straight? Oh, nobody in this chat. Nobody here thinks they're going to win 3 in a row. Nobody. Nobody. Here's Kyle Schwarber. I'm assuming when his at-bat when Trey Turner made the game 4-1, the at-bat after that against Sheehan. I did not come through in that spot. I can look at myself in the mirror. I want to be better. I am going to be better. Well, you have one more game to be better here, Kyle. Kyle Schwarber says the Phillies just need to do their jobs. Well, too late for that. Yep, and someone just posted a video of when Bryce Harper struck out with 2 outs. Not with 2 outs, but 2 base runners on. And when was this? Was that the 6th inning? Was that the 6th inning? I think it was. Yeah, that was the 6th inning. Yeah, that was right before when the Dodgers took the lead against the bullpen. Yep, Harper striking out against Blake Snell with 2 base runners on. You needed your best player to have that moment, and he didn't. Simple as that. Simple as that. Not sure if we're getting anything else from players because they're probably taking their time and all that crap. Not much else with the Luzardo needed to be pulled. He sucks with base runners on. Yeah, I'm fine with taking Luzardo out in that situation. I was fine with him facing Freddie Freeman after the single, but I think that was the right call. It's just you brought in the wrong pitcher again. Yeah, I think that'll do it for tonight, everybody. I think that'll do it for tonight. You know you lose, but 4 straight years they lost because of not making clutch hits, wasted playoffs because some genius made the decision to bring back the same hitters. Well, that's all I got for tonight, boys. That's all I got. So, that'll do it for tonight. Yeah. If the Phillies do win 3 straight, we win in the World Series, I'm not even going that far. I am not even going. They are losing. They're not winning a game. They're not winning in LA. They're not. They're not. So, that'll do it for tonight, everybody. Therapy session today. It'll be therapy session on Wednesday, late night therapy. So, that'll be the case. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service with the YouTube algorithm and all that stuff. Also, don't forget to use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Great deal, don't pass it up. You can use it now for Flyers and Sixers games since those seasons are starting soon. If you want to try to use it for Eagles games, go ahead. Phillies, that's probably their last game this year at Citizens Bank Park, so till spring training. But thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. It sucks. It sucks. But we all knew this in the back of our heads.